Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. So today I want to talk about building a website for your business because I feel like it's one thing that coaches feel that they need before they start coaching business. And it's a thing that I wasted so much time, energy, and resources on that absolutely makes no difference when you're starting out in coaching. Now, does having a website help? Yes, but it is not a make or break deal breaker. I recommend building a website once you're making well over six figures. It's really does not come into play until you're that far into business. And so I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm going to tell you what you should have instead. So the reason why you shouldn't have a website when you're first getting started is because it's a little bit too distracting. And when you have people's attention on social media, you only have them for a quick second. You have like people's attention spans online are so short that whichever direction you point them in, you better make sure you get an ROI on that time because you're not going to get it back, right? And so if someone has a website with the link in their bio and someone just happens to come across their page and click the link in the bio, well, they're going to spend about 15, 20, 30 seconds reviewing the website before their attention span dissipates and then they're bouncing off. And so it's a little bit too distracting for what I find to be successful on social media. The other thing too is that if you were to have a website, the thing that you want to have for a coaching business is an application page, right? The reason why we want an application page instead of showing prices or like a checkout and order page because no one orders online coaching through a checkout and order page. So if you have like your prices with like a credit card processor, guys, I'm telling you right now, it doesn't work for the coaching space when you're just getting started. It could work in the future when you have a ton of volume and ton of traffic, but when you're just getting started, it's not worth your time to build this out because the reason is you want to funnel people into a sales process. Now, this is stuff that PTBI students understand. We have a 4-step sales process in which we're able to contact the potential clients. We're able to have an intro call and then a demonstration call to the sale. The reason why we want to have people in the sales process is because our price points are relatively expensive compared to a $15, $20, $30 guide online. And so let's say that your program's $1,000. If you put a price tag of $1,000 on your website, people are going to click away. They are not even going to think twice. They're going to look at the price tag and think, hell freaking no, and then bounce, right? And it's the same thing with the DMs. If you tell someone and give someone your pitch in the DMs and you tell them it's $1,000, they're just going to say, see ya, peace out. So what you want to do is you want to get people into your sales process because your sales process is going to demonstrate the value of your program and also build trust with your clientele. So that way, when you reveal the $1,000 price point, they see the value and they want to invest. And they've built trust, they see the value and they want to invest. So that's why we want to get people to the sales process. And so your website should get people to the sales process. It should just be a link or a bridge to get people to the sales process. Your website is not to make sales. I'm going to say that again. Your website is not to make sales. If anything, your website is to be kind of like a presentation, like kind of show what you're all about and kind of go through client testimonials and results and that kind of stuff. But then again, that's what your social media is for. So your social media is actually your website. This is where you're able to post client results. You're able to handle objections. You're able to build a relationship with your client. So your social media actually is the website. And then the link in your bio should be straight to an application page. So we do applications because that's what allows people to go from social media to your sales process. Because from there, you can reach out and contact the person and get them into the sales process. So that's what we have for websites. And that's why we have websites. The reasons why we don't have websites because it's a little bit too distracting. People's attention spans are too short to actually follow through all the way. Because here's the other thing too. If you have a website, what you're going to have it linked to for the next step from the website is an application page. So why not just have the application page instead of the website? Just funnel them straight to the application page. So that way they just go straight to where you want them to go. You're removing a step and that's removing friction in the sales process. So that's why we do what we do. Guys, don't worry about building a website. Every single person who's built a website before they've come into PTBI, we've pretty much had to scrap it. just because it doesn't serve a purpose in the coaching space the way we think it does. You're not going to be making sales through your website. Now, if you had online products, like if you had t-shirts that you were selling, or if you had like an ebook that you were selling, that's where a website would come into play, because people justify the smaller purchases, 15, 35, even up to $50 for a downloadable guide. That would make sense. That works. But $1,000 coaching package is not going to sell through a clickable website unless you're like really, really like bougie. Most of the time, you have to get people through a sales process. You have to build the trust. You have to show the value in order for them to justify $1,000 price point. So that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Quick recap. Don't have a website. Have an application page. Funnel people to your application page and keep it simple. So with that being said, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.